This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Today's Wednesday, June 23rd, 2010. Today I want to take a look at a New York Stock Exchange stock, Evergreen Energy. Trades under the ticker EEE. Interesting because it's a New York Stock Exchange stock trading at 14 cents, so I'm not sure about listing or anything like that that's going on. It's purely a technical look. But I see a few different things in this chart that kind of says look at me a little bit. Seeing some bullish histogram crosses. We're seeing a uptrend in the MACD. We always look for positive divergence. Simply means when the stock price is going down, the MACD is going up. You look for it in several indicators. MACD is a strong one for a possible overall longer term reversal. Basic kind of setup of a very loose pinch, which is one thing I always look for with PPO ADX. Seeing some separation here with the MFIs, and maybe just the slightest hint this is going to try and turn. It's still heading down, but we're seeing the 14 and 21s, the gold and red lines, trying to get into a little bit of an uptrend. So we're seeing some short-term selling here. That's what the 7 shows you. But longer term, it's still trying to trend up, showing that there's some money still flowing back into it. So hopefully we want to see this 7 turn. One reason you keep an eye on it. Shake and money flow kind of saying the same thing. We're seeing a turn heading back towards 0. Accumulation distribution relatively flat over about 2.5–3 months, while the price per share is trended down. Full stow heading towards the break of 50, which you can see tough point. Got just slightly over that 30–35 area through there. Want to see if that can break through 50. Trix is giving indication of a possible cross again. Some reasons to keep a look at that from the indicators. RSIs are in a pretty good position. Again, recently trending up over the last few weeks. Longer term starting to flatten a little bit. We want to see if this short term is going to pull it and have it break through 50. Again, 50 puts you on a bullish side of a chart. You can see back a couple weeks ago, tough point, barely broke through it, broke back down. The longer terms didn't even make it through it. So 50 is a pretty critical point for it to break through. A few different things on a short term, on a 3-month trend line. Puts you right in through there, right around 17.5 cents. It's going to be a trend line break. See this purple line, the 20-day moving average. Been a great source of resistance for it since a little over a month ago. Back at the beginning of May 10th, very beginning of May was the last time it was above it. Come up, hit it, knocked it down, come up, hit it, knocked it down. So you're going to be looking for the break of that 20-day moving average and a run at this trend line. What I do like about this is that it's trying to hold 12 as a decent support level. Dipped below it just one time, pulled right back up, still closed red for the day, but still closed at 12. Got down near it again, bounced off it again yesterday. Keeps holding 12, so that's probably a buy point for a lot of people until that falls. It still puts you within 10% of, or right around 10% of a stop loss at 10 cents to get back out as a bottom support. 10 cents, unless there's just some major selling, should reveal itself as a pretty decent support level since it's only bounced off it once, but it pulled back up pretty quickly. So look for 10 to hold if it does want to dip through it. First and foremost, so we're seeing volume increasing just slightly over the last few days, 2.1 million. It's going to need a pretty good rush of volume probably to blow through this 20-day moving average. That's the first thing we're going to look for. It's also right near, if we zoomed in a little bit, a resistance level right through there at 15. See that 20-day moving average is technically showing 16. I believe it's actually, if you zoomed in, it's around 15.7, somewhere around there, 15.6. So we're going to look for it to try and push through 15 at its first real resistance level and take on that 20-day moving average. It's going to see some more. Right in through there at 16, right about 16 cents, which is also going to be the trend line. So these are going to be the two key areas for EEE to make a move, for volume to push and see if it can take out the 20-day and then the resistance and trend line right there, right around 16. It's going to be a interesting point for EEE. One other thing I noticed about this, I didn't ever draw this trend line on it before until just now. That's somewhere right around in there. I think if you get there, you're reaching a little bit as to actual what's the true trend line. We'll bring it right through all these points, right down there around 10. And it also creates stocks kind of want to try and create a natural symmetrical channel. So we're going to look for that as a very, very, very bottom later on down the road if something does happen to want to fall out. But right now, that's not what's important to me. What I'm looking for is a hold of 12 and a push towards 15 and 16. Of course, being New York Stock Exchange stock, trading at 14 cents. And again, this is purely a technical look. News trumps all if something goes wrong to the bottom side. But I'm looking at this technically, and I want to see this push and try and make a run. I like the way the indicators are aligned. Try and make that happen. One other thing to note is that this has performed pretty well on MACD crosses. Just real quick, you see right there through one, the price moves up. Right there's another one. It trended sideways a little bit longer, and then it moved up. There, it never actually broke. Right here, it's just now trying to break again. So you always look at past performance and how things do on certain indicator alignments. And right now it's at that point that it's showing a possibility of breaking back through. We're seeing a little bit of an uptrend in the histogram, coinciding with a longer uptrend in the lines. So this has got a decent chance of trying to make a better move. So I'd like to keep an eye on EEE today and see what it does. This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Have a great day.